Morning everyone, welcome to my live. We've got Q&A on how to use KDP and what KDP can do for you and how I use it and how I use Bookball as a tool to make my KDP business successful. And I think the question that first people would ask is, what is KDP? What is Amazon KDP? So Amazon KDP is a service that Amazon provide to self-publish your own books, and mainly low content books. So the low content books that I personally publish are word searches, but you can do word searches, puzzle books, colouring books, crosswords, anything like that. And then Bookball is the service that I use that helps facilitate. So let's take a look first at my sales. This is just this month on KDP. So this month on KDP, so far I have 82 orders, that's $315. This is definitely my best month of sales so far. And I've not been doing this too long, maybe a few months. So you can see sales growth is there. It's brilliant. Let's take a look at my last month of sales. So in June, my sales were 59. I think it was about $250. And then my sales for May, let's have a look, 28. So May 28 sales, June 59, and so far in July we've got 82. So my sales do keep going up, which is fantastic. And why do they keep going up? So one thing I do with KDP is I keep publishing. I don't just publish and wait for orders to come in and see how it lands. I will, regardless, publish 10 low content books every week. That's the maximum you can do, 10 per week. So I publish 10 per week. I will look at old sales history, see what things have sold before, and maybe just do a variation on this. This gives you the best chance of actually making sales as well. If you've already got historic sales, you've got chances of selling more of similar items. And that's what I do. So publish on average 40 books per month. And this keeps the orders coming in. So let me show you Bookball and what I use and how I use it. So this is the Bookball website. This is their keyword search. And then you can use the Bookball Studio. So Bookball Studio is where you create your book creations. So this is the first book I ever published, and I'm not really sure if I've sold on this book. I don't think I've sold a copy of this, but this was my first one, and this was me trying to understand and get a feel for just Bookball and how to use the program. So this was my cover. Since then I have improved, I've learnt more, and these are some other projects that I have made. This is my current project. So what I'm leaning towards at the minute is creating a series of books which are like revision based, because that's my background as a teacher. So this is my cover, and then once you choose a topic and you have created an Excel file with topic titles and words associated, you can import your puzzles. So this is the best thing about Bookball. It has all these different variations, interiors. You can choose to create your books. So word puzzles. Here you go. So there's all types of puzzles you can do. I've just scratched the surface with just doing word search puzzles. So I definitely plan to expand. Maybe do Sudokus or crosswords as well. So you click the word search puzzle, this one, and you import your Excel file. So let's just have a look at the one I've already got imported. And then you can see how great these word searches actually look inside your book. There you go. When you import them, they look like this. So I think pretty professional. And also what they do is you don't just get your word search puzzles, you get the solutions too. And it's literally import your Excel file, good to go. So I think the most important thing when you're creating a puzzle book, if you wanted to do word searches like me, is working on the cover. Because when you're selling on Amazon, all you really see as a buyer is like a little thumbnail of the book you're purchasing. So you need to make sure that your cover is really eye-catching or better than other ones of similar topics. And when you create your cover, remember it is a thumbnail, and usually on a phone. We all know when we're buying, we're scrolling on Amazon app. Is it legible for the size of a mobile phone? So if this was smaller, it probably wouldn't be as obvious. So you need to make sure everything's big, bold, eye-catching. So this is where I'm up to so far with my geography word search cover. I think the next thing to add is probably geography specific clip art. So on BookBolt Studio, there is Pixabay, and there's free artwork you can use and upload on your cover on your book, or you can upload your own artwork. Always make sure it's copyright free so you don't get any issues. Yeah, and just have a look and add it on there. I might type in geography and see what comes up. Maybe something like that would look good. So this just makes it clear what it is, what the book's about. So the good thing about creating a series like this is the world is your oyster. You can create geography specific, maths, English, science, different age specific. So this is a series that if it sells well, you could continue to grow. And then not just that, you could publish in both the UK and US, so you can make it specific for both markets. So what this means is when you're publishing your library, this kind of content and publishing, you could expand on in so many ways. So it's a good series to start, because sometimes maybe the cats book that I created, it's just cats. What's the next expansion? You could probably do other animals or specific or pets or something, and you could do UK and US. But it's got a limit on the things you can expand and how you can expand. So let's take a look again. $315 US this month so far, and we've still got six days left, I think. Let me have a look. Yeah, including today, 6 days. So obviously I'm from UK. Let's have a look what my US dollars converted is. So does it say 315? So £230. I think for something that you can just do in your own time in the background, alongside your full-time job or a part-time job, or just alongside maybe being a stay-at-home parent, or maybe you've got other duties and you need something flexible, definitely recommend KDP. It's something you can do on your own time. Use BookBolt to help you, so you're not wasting too much time. BookBolt really speeds up the process in your publishing. So I would definitely recommend BookBolt. And if you do want to try BookBolt, you get a 3-day free trial. Use my code, it's Tory20, so 3 days free. And then if you continue your subscription, you get a 20% discount. So it's definitely worth giving it a go, for sure. So $315 this month. I always like to set myself goals, so sometimes unachievable as well. It pushes you a bit harder. So I'll continue. My number one goal is always publish 10 books per week. So I always do that. I have an alarm on my calendar and I publish 10 books every Tuesday. And so far that is working for me. So I make sure I do that. And what's great about using BookBolt is because I've used BookBolt so much, I've got it down to a fine art. I can create a book from start to finish, a web search book, in like 10 minutes. So I can really get all these books out and it doesn't take me too much time to get them published. It probably takes me 10 minutes per book to create, 10 to 15. And that's including the cover and the inside. And then when you're publishing it on Amazon, probably takes another 10 minutes per book. So a couple of hours I spend a week creating 10 new titles and then publishing those 10 titles on Amazon. So to keep doing that a couple of hours a week, and also, I just sit and watch telly whilst I do it. So it's quite a relaxed thing to do, quite chill. And then just a couple of hours a week, and then already monthly I'm getting this, this income. And I'm not saying it's life-changing income, but it's more like a freeing income because I haven't got a boss, I haven't got someone telling me what to do, I haven't got someone dictating how much time I'm supposed to spend. It's something that I've done, I've put my time in, and it's paying off. So it feels quite like a freeing, rewarding payment. So I definitely recommend people just try it. Why not? Especially just use the 3-day free trial. Try it. See what you can create if you've got ideas, especially if you're like a creative and you're someone who has all these ideas. You can create low content books, as in you could just create a planner, a food tracker, gym tracker, a notebook, word search, Sudoku, mazes, things like that. Maybe you're just creative in terms of artwork, if you could create these amazing covers for these low content books. And one thing you can do is look at similar books on Amazon and their covers, and you can compare and think, well, how can I make mine just that little bit better? See which ones are selling really well. How can I make mine just stick out this little bit more? What can I tweak on my cover to make it more appealing? So you never have to really just start from scratch. Have a look at other books and get some inspiration and see what makes one book more attractive than another. So the saying is, don't judge a book by its cover, but when people are searching on Amazon and shopping Amazon, that's exactly what they're doing, judging a book by its cover. So that's where you probably would like to spend most of your time and energies. And the other great thing is, on BookBolt, once you've created a book and it sells and it's successful, the best thing to do is keep that cover and just sort of update it for every book. Maybe just change the title. If you've got a cover that's really working for you and your sales are coming in, just reuse it. Change the title, call it science, change the blurb a bit. But if it's enticing people to buy, you're obviously doing something right. Let's see any others. Mine are all quite similar. Let's see. So here's a random book I've done as well. We'll just wait for it to load. So I think this is a birthday celebration book. Again, I just keep it quite fun, colourful, make sure the titles are really bold and obvious to the buyers. And then I also use these, just create like little stamps. It kind of creates a authority on the book. It's like, hey, look, there's over 50 puzzles, and hey, look, it's a large print. It's like a seal of approval. So when you use things like this, it just adds that extra, one, professional, and two, like, you're almost telling the buyer, you should buy this because there's something special about it. So this is a successful one for me in terms of the layout of the cover. So I like to keep it similar to this. And then maybe you do have your own personal passion project, which I have in the past. So I've used Bookball to create this. In fact, I've used Bookball to create all of my published titles, just because I find it so easy and quick to use and straightforward. It's probably the only sort of software I would use, just because for me it's easy now. And I think as someone new to this, as a beginner, I would recommend Bookball too. So if you want to try, remember you can use my code Tori20. You get 3 days free trial, and you get a 20% discount too if you want to continue your subscription. So this is one that I have created. It's still a low content book, but it's not. This one did actually take me a long time because it's all my own workings, but I still use Bookball to publish it and to create it. So if you follow my channel, you'll see that I do like cash stuffing, which is a way of budgeting. And a lot of it is gamifying saving money, basically. So I created this book, gamifying saving money. So I'll load up some pages so you can see. This is just another way you can use Bookball. Just uploaded loads of challenges, loads of games people can complete. And how I created my cover was, I went on Amazon, I looked up saving challenges, cash stuffing in the UK. I looked at what the best selling in this category covers looked like. And I think it was like 300 plus challenges or whatever. So I thought, right, well, I'll do mine as 400 plus challenges just to one up people. So it's trying to make someone want to buy yours over someone else's. That's how I kind of create all my covers. And that's how I've got to where I am today. So far in July, $315, 82 orders. What I would love to see is by the end of July, if I could get that closer to $400, closer to UK £300, that would be really good. It's so encouraging seeing your sales every day or even every month going up and up and up, and like you can see the sales. You shouldn't get disheartened, because you can see some days you get 0, some days you can get 8. So keep trying, guys. So my best sale so far is 8 in a day. I'll be honest, I do actually check it every day. And now I'm getting to the point where most days there are sales. So that's really encouraging. So if we compared it to last month, although overall there were sales, it definitely wasn't daily. So let's have a look. Yeah, so quite often there's some days where you just don't sell anything. So let's have a look. My titles, I've got over 17 pages of 10. So over 160 titles on my KDP published. Each single title of mine has been published has been created using Bookball. So I use Bookball Studio to create all my titles, and it just makes it so much easier and straightforward. So this is my passion project, not what I usually do. So it's word searches that I usually do. Let's So let's upload my current project that I'm working on, which is this one, my school revision project. There we go. So, like I've said before, focusing on your cover is probably the most beneficial thing to do. And I think BookBolt soon are releasing some more templates and extra things in the studio where you can create like colouring books direct from BookBolt Studio itself. So that'll be really useful, and I can't wait to try it out. That'll be such a fun feature, creating my own colouring book. And direct from BookBolt Studio too. So that's just, when everything's there together, it makes it so much easier. So if you want to try using BookBolt to help your Amazon KDP business, you can use code Tori20. You get 3 days free trial, and then you get a 20% discount if you continue your subscription. I would say it's definitely worth giving it a go. So this is my current project I'm creating. And I've imported, it's an Excel file, but you save it .csv, so it's just Excel. It's just lists of words. You can either create your own lists of words, or you can use like AI to help create lists, to generate your lists. It does definitely speed up the process than thinking of your own. So that's what I've done to help me. But I make it quite specific in my directions. Excuse me, to get exactly what I need. So for example, if I'm creating a list, I would say I want 50 puzzles, each list to have 15 words, each list of words to have a title. I want it to be geography word specific. I want it for age, or like grade if you're at school, grade 5 to 7, appropriate, following the curriculum of the US or the UK. So then it makes it really specific, and it's always good to check too, because sometimes it might give you words that are too long or they have numbers in, so you do have to give it a quick scan, quick read. So then you can get that on your Excel file. Then you just upload the Excel file, and that it literally uploads in seconds. And it generates your puzzles and your solutions. So look how professional it looks. This is the thing I love about BookBolt Studio. Looks so, well, it is easy. It just makes the process so much easier. And then all your books look super professional. So as long as you create your cover, make your cover look professional too. That's the most important part, I would say. So all the insides look spot on. Exactly like if you bought a word search book, that's what they look like. Perfect. So this is what I plan on publishing next. So that's what I'm publishing next, this series. Let's have a look at my sales for the month. So this month I have 82 sales so far, which is the best month I've had so far. This is on Amazon KDP. If you're not sure what Amazon KDP is, it's publishing. It's a where you can publish books through Amazon. It's free to sign up. You sign up, create a KDP account, and you can just publish books for free, and it doesn't cost anything. So you can publish novels, but you can also publish low content books like notebooks or word searches. That's what I do. Word searches, crosswords, mazes, activity books, anything like that. So these are my sales for this month. And bear in mind the month isn't over yet. So we've still got 6 days worth of sales left. All my books that have been published using BookBolt Studio. And I've got over 160 titles and they are all published using BookBolt Studio because it's so simple to use and effective and looks professional. So if you want to sign up, you can use code Tori20, get 3 days free trial, and you get a 20% discount too. Absolute bargain. So if you have any more questions, I'll be doing another live in 2 days. I'll put a post on my story and you can ask any questions then. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.